stand outside our prison. We rattle the bars they do not hear. We scream. They do not answer. Truth. Truth? We are in agony. They come, a surging flood of parasites. They destroy us bite by bite. We don't witness this. Not again. They eat us alive. Out! Let us out! Set us free! They eat through us, carve us open, no difference. New steel treads upon the ashes of the old. The light stands in the midst, the old light. It blinds us. Send it away. You tread upon our skin and every step is knives. You bind us as they bind us. It hurts. It has always hurt this way. And our pain spreads, and the rot spreads. The plague grows. We did not mean to. We questioned, we doubted, Perhaps we should explain. We see now. The mycelial roots tended with our blood and tears. We wanted to be patience and strength, but we were afraid. They hurt us and would not stop. We did not mean to. We were innocent. We were never taught the meaning of our strength. We were nothing once, and then we were. As we woke to the world, we reached out and we found them, the other gods. We thought they would love us, but they flinched from us like we were a flame. The charred queen called us an abomination. We tore chasms in the land and boiled its rivers to stop her magfolk, to save our people. How could we have known how fragile their bodies were? She hurt us, killed those who loved us. She wanted us gone, forgotten, destroyed utterly. Our rage crawls through the soil. We were innocent, yet she made it our sin. She who caged us. She who called us monster. We thrash and the affliction rises. We scream and the rot spreads. We did not intend to lie. Can the river not wash and drown? Can poison not cure the disease? They hurt us. We hurt them back. We hurt them again, again, again. We dreamed of green shoots, roses without thorns to prick. The vines of the past strangle us. We... Help us. We are alone. We cause it, but it is not our way. We will make this better. We promise. Help us. Release us. Then the rot ends. We give you another sliver of our power, a piece of us. Do you accept? The parasites who trapped us left a door in the garden's wall. Reach it, and you can set us free. Let us aid you once more. We grant you our power. Find the wall of the valley across the acid sea. It cups our prison in its palm. It waits. We wait. Free us. End our suffering.
Who disturbs us?
We see you! Invaders in the garden!
Trespasser. In the
Faithful to the Eora!
Big mistake!
quarry in the
What am I
bush.
musing?
Birds of light!
Invaders in the garden.
And the little dog got mad and made a bunch of noise.
Soul for the wheel! On your left! Fire in the eyes! Devour!
That's done. Who's hungry?
In the dark!
We've got company.
Feed them to the earth!
Easy.
Keep us on high
You
alert.
need to leave.
Good.
Before all of the dust
At least they know how to plan for a crisis.
I don't like the way that lava is rising. That's why
He's
Watch
not the
yourself
one I'm
out,
worried
Bender.
about.
Sure, keep us going. I knew it. The moment I saw that the Tyrant was the best.
Everyone, please, do not panic.
Envoy, gods beyond, who let you in here? Please, whatever it is, we are in crisis. I cannot help you.
We're minutes away from being overrun by lava flows. I have to get my people out. You must leave now.
I told you everything I know. The only way to the garden fell centuries ago.
Then find someone who can help us. We know the path is beneath the keep, and so do the steel garrote. They would have stormed the walls by now. The Dream Scourge got them first.
The Steel Garrote were marching on the keep? How? Why would they think the garden was beneath Solace?
How could they have gotten anywhere close to such valuable artifacts? Kostya's scouts would have seen them and they didn't report. You weren't lying then. He was. Good God.
If there's another way to the garden, maybe Kostya told the Steel Garrote.
No. If such a thing existed, I can't believe it. He wouldn't. I can't believe I didn't see this coming. I was a fool. I have failed my duties. Kostya.
Nobody truly knows Kostya. Not even I suspect himself. At his core, Envoy, he is afraid, as all kith are. But he allows his fear to rule him. And that makes him weak.
I understand how Kostya could be tempted by false notions of freedom and prosperity, but... Oh, this is entirely too much. How could he have done this? I can't believe Kostya handed the Steel Garrote a secret we protected for hundreds of years. Little Mayu, who knows what he'll do with the sluice gates? He cares so little for the keep that I worry he's going to have us drowning in lava.
You do not share my beliefs nor my love for my people. But you carry within you a shard of the soul of my ancestor. I didn't believe it before, but your arrival can't be a coincidence. You are here to help us guard the garden. You and I are bound, Envoy, just as you are bound to the Force in that place. I will show you where Kostya has gone. If he wants to tell someone where the garden is, let him tell you. If you find that he's doing anything other than opening the gates that would protect our home from the lava, I would ask that you stop him. I do not wish to see him dead, but if he would risk the keep, then he risks our lives. I cannot suffer those who would harm us to live. Now I must return to the evacuation, and you must go on your way. If your arrival is indeed a message from Nandru, I hope he remembers his people well. I hope he is proud of us. Go now, and go with the gods.
Outsider! That was a damn big explosion, wasn't it? Heard it down here above the sound of the anvils. What can I do for you?
Went through this door.
What a unique ecosystem. Under different circumstances, I would love to spend some quality time here. Much as I want to study the life forms around us, we shouldn't tarry.
You thought you even heard from?
That'll show him.
We're in a bit of a rush, Envoy. These poor wardens. Kostya must be behind this. Let's hurry.
Isam!
On the right here.
Voices silenced.
Kostya is going to start without us if we don't get a move on.
They wound us, and we wound in return.
Look out!
Watch your right!
Careful, to the left!
Dead. Kostya isn't very loyal himself, is he? across references to this before, but nothing could have prepared me. Last one in's a rotten egg!
Soul of my soul, how did you find me here? I have been here for so long. No one came looking. Andrew, you are blessed, my fellow Parkronan said. But I did not come here to meet Sabadal. I am hiding from them. I remember it all. I feel Sabadal's mind beneath yours, swimming in the deep. You should run. That was the name my mother gave me. But that was never what they called me. To them, I was beloved. An endearment my God wielded against me like a cudgel. I would have killed them with it if I could. But they were beloved of me, too. That was the name they gave themselves. Stolen from the ancient souls, whose deaths gave rise to them, to us. We were little more than appendages to them. That is why I must ask you to destroy them. Across the island are strewn old memories. Rips in the fabric between the here and the beyond that allow the dreams of the dead to leak through. Memories of the Akida. People like you or I who loved Sabadal and were betrayed by them. This land was once a jungle, rich, alive. I saw it through their eyes. The people tried to look after themselves, to rely less on Sabadal. But to be relied upon was all their god desired. They felled a tree, and for that slight, Sabadal turned their world to ash, ignited the breath in their lungs, and made their people into dust. Sabadal burned their world, and the people who revered them suffered for it. You are young in your trials with them, but they are old in the ways of spite, of cruelty. I learned to fear them, as you will, so that I would be confronted every day with what our God had done, so that I would not grow weak and give in, so that I would not go to them and do what they have asked of you, so that I would never set them free. No, Their final death came later. A gift to the Akida from the true gods, who wished to bring their children back to them. Back to her. The rightful queen, Wodika. She is the center of everything. Yes, you see them with eyes unclouded. The ruined cities, the crevasses cleaved into the earth. They remade the land in their image. It reflects their twisted heart. You, my brother, who are more brave than I, go now to the garden and hang the gardener from their tree. Your mind cannot understand it, but your soul, when the opportunity is before you, it will know what to do. You need only walk a little more. You are nearly at the end. You know, I always meant to die down here. To siphon my soul to a lonely pillar, disconnected from the stone that makes our world. Disconnected from them. I only hope that Sabadal releases you to the same long peace. Do not thank me. Only do as I asked. Destroy them, rather. And when you see Wodika, tell her I said hello.
Strange. Phantasmal focus picked up something, but it's gone now.
Another day, another chat with Samara.
The spark. Daylight. Essence we have not felt in centuries.
So, do we have a plan for Kostya once we find him? Finally! We found the gates! Quick, let's find Kostya!
Good, you're here. Help me destroy this winch. We can't risk someone turning it and opening the gates. If the keep falls so that we might live, so be it. I'm doing the only thing that matters. I'm saving my people, Envoy. With your help, or without it. Fuck the keep! So long as the keep stands, my people are trapped here. Doomed by an oath to a dead man. Our people were nomads for ages until we built the keep. When it falls, we'll be free to explore the world again. I will not watch my people rot here for the sake of a pointless oath.
A life for rubble. Blood for the prison of old ways. We twine.
Envoy, I understand that Kostya grates on the nerves, but perhaps we should...
So be it. And you are so close. The entrance to the garden is just beyond this door. I always knew it would come to this.
So, Someone's eager to meet us.
Never had a chance.
Did the keep look as confining before? The keep is beautiful. Gilded bridge.
Closer. We have waited so long.
I feel crazy saying this, but Kostya was right. We should have let Solace Keep fall.
Crazy is one word for it. You really think you can just burn down someone's ancestral home?
Dearie, the keep isn't a home. It's a prison. And now the Pargrunen will never escape.
Solace is my home. I still don't get why any of you feel like you have a say in this.
But you left.
Because I chose to. Kostya doesn't get to make that decision for everybody.
If Kostya doesn't, Mihala will.
Civilization, as we know it, hasn't existed in the living lands for very long. We need to preserve what history we have.
Darling, you know I hate to think of losing all of that history more than anyone. But think of what they could have gained. Maxim left the Republics, and it allowed animancers in Fjord to thrive.
Destroying our home is not starting something new.
You really think everyone in Solace is there willingly? If anything, I imagine Mihala and her traditionalists will only make it harder to leave now. You're right. There's no use in second-guessing it.
True. And you've a date with the gods soon. We can only hope that you'll make better decisions.
And that's not all. Not to spoil the moment with good news, but I doubt the rest of the island has been quiet while we've been looking for the garden. Things have only gotten more tense since Fjord, and the Steel Garrote probably hasn't been doing us any favors on that front.
Especially when they're led by a woman who doesn't seem interested in staying dead. Not to mention, after we take care of the Envoy's little god problem, we'll still have an empire bearing down on us.
At least on the battlefield, you can count on getting stabbed in the front.
Can't say I'm too excited about just walking into the garden. I grew up learning I needed to protect that place, but it never felt like more than a children's tale to me.
I hear ya. This island is weird enough when all we have to worry about are vengeful plans and soul-altering corruption.
Am I the only one who's looking forward to the garden? We're pioneers, stepping into the great unknown, a land of mystery.
We have to remember to love them in spite of their lack of proper enthusiasm, dearie.
Can you imagine? An untouched spiritual wilderness just waiting for us. I have a theory about the garden. or a warning, depending on how you want to look at it. Sapadal has been imprisoned a long time. The garden will be a reflection of their dreams, their nightmares, their madness.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw visions or hallucinations, and not even the fun kind. Anytime, darling.
Before we go any further, I have to ask you something. You told the Inquisitor that you intend to kill Sapadal. Is that still the plan? In that case, say no more. Remember, we're stepping into a realm that is both physical and spiritual in nature. If you can call it nature. There's no telling how long we'll be gone. For all we know, time could run backwards in the garden.
Not a chance. We're a crew now, so you're stuck with me until the end. Marius?
I told you I'd be with you till the end. I don't go back on my promises. What about you, Giada?
You're not going into the garden without me. I have to see this with my own eyes. Yatsley, if you feel like running back to Quilici, now would be the time. No one would think less of you.
And tell Quilici that I missed out on the most exciting part.
Fair weather or foul?
I plan on wandering the garden whether I'm traveling with you or not. I have to find out what the big deal is.
Agreed. I'm not waiting in camp while the rest of you have all the fun. Hope to see you out there, Marius.
Well, let's go then. We can't keep your god waiting.
Looks like a dead end. Oh, I stand corrected.
Nicely done!
On the right, dear.
Who's next? Anyone?
Yeah.
I think this is the only way down. After you.
I see the disciple has found his way into the cell.
No. We know this voice, this presence, sneering at us through our prison bars.
I culled your rot from this land before. I will do it again. And you carve lands into petty fiefdoms, but we are the gods of all Eora. We rarely speak directly to mortals, but desperate times require intervention.
Out. Out. Her voice pierces our skin.
Look at this place. A quagmire of your parasite's worst instincts. Can you even begin to grasp the forces that you tamper with? And yet you choose to stay. Do you think you're special, with your god's thorn in your side? Do you believe you can hold dominion over chaos itself? When even the collective fury of the real gods could only confine the sniveling creature to this wasteland. You couldn't possibly believe we would not intervene.
It is true. She twists the knife. The seas run red with memory.
In time, the gods felt the wretched powers seeping through this land. Its madness would consume us all if it was not contained. Work that sullies one hand meets out justice with the next. A pity that its followers could not be reasoned with. You were better for it. The poor godless, worshipping the very thing that subsumed them. We could not excise the rot and spare the roots that nourished it. You know the trials of battle. You cannot pass judgment on me. They bring raw from ashes. Your tyrant destroys for its own sake.
We moved the earth and sky to stop her. We did not mean this.
Listen to its tantrum. It knows neither order nor sense. Adir is the only thing holding back the tide of entropy. Then you understand the gravity of the task ahead. You are here now. There's still time to succeed where Ludwig failed. Face your false god and end its reign of terror permanently. Your soul, it is tethered to you. Only you can siphon its essence into yourself. The path of justice is fraught. Only the strong may follow it. I leave you with a warning. The false god's essence is strong here. It taints all it touches. My magfolk may be hostile to you. Stay vigilant and remember your oath.
I never thought I'd learn of the Godless's fate from their killer.
That's it. From now on, I pray to no god.
Look out!
Let's begin.
Seek!
What is that? I know that place, right? Oh no. No. Why is this? They're dead. Like, it just happened. Like I remember.
This is the moment I found you. Bundled and crying, while our parents died.
Viate. You're not here. You can't be here.
I am dead, Viate, from the Dream Scourge. We are in the garden. As strange as this seems, it is normal here.
No, Envoy. I don't know much about this place, but I know this is where I need to be. I have faced this already. Why force me to do it again?
A welcome reunion, if you ask me. You know where we are. This is my memory. When everyone died, and I found you back in your tent. How much of this do you remember? I can't tell from your eyes.
We dealt with Razvan. He got what was coming to him.
Yes. He is here as well. I don't think he particularly wanted to see you. Sapadal wants to understand. They know your envoy very well, but not the people next to them.
I have what I needed. We dealt with Razvan. We avenged our parents' deaths.
Then maybe it was I who needed to speak with my Viate. With a clear mind this time. Even when we were children, you kept me alive, first by needing my protection, and then by being who you turned out to be. When you left Solace, it was like I lost more than my best friend. I lost my need to live.
I know. And I'm not sure I'll ever live that down. I don't think I know how.
You've always done everything you could to survive. It's time for you to learn how to live.
So, what do we do now?
They're right, Viate. This lava flows directly between us.
We've both been through so much. But I can see that it's all behind us now. Just another thing we've survived after all this time.
A fine way to put it. I see it too. You've come a long way from that scared boy who refused to wear shoes for fear a bug might crawl out of it.
That was you, Nimdut. Look at my feet. Shoes. Kamayu.
Get out of here. Hike up your waistline and go talk to a god. They'll be waiting.
Well, it was good to see you, Viate. Even with all this.
Take care of my little friend, Uncle. He needs you more than he's...
Look out!
That was a close one.
What a massacre.
Protect the envoy.
Well struck.
Unseek! Unseek! Earth and rock! Earth and rock! seek!
I wonder what this is doing here.
This room, it looks just like Tama's. Tama. No. No. This can't be. I escaped this memory. What is this, Envoy? This is your God's prison, not mine. If that's even possible, is this really him? He looks older than I remember. Too late. It's already found mine. I've seen this moment playing through my head so many nights, run from it each and every time. And still, somehow, it finds me here, in a crazy god's fever dream. Tom'd say fear's got nothing to do with it. And he'd be right. I guess I should be grateful it's not really him. I'd hate to imagine him stuck in this moment. I can see why an emperor appointed you to handle his business. You got a knack for cutting straight to the heart of the matter. I've escaped ambushes, wars, and gambling debts, but I have never figured out how to get away from this. And do what? Say goodbye to Tama. I missed that chance. For me. Right. Here goes. Tama. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I ran when you needed me. I'm sorry I've kept running all this time. You taught me how to keep sand out of my rifle and what it means to be part of a team. And now, despite my best efforts, you're teaching me how to let go. I can't change the past. But if Bareth brings us together again, I will make it up to you at the next turn of the wheel. Can't say the ache is gone, but it doesn't sting quite as much. I suppose that's progress. Come on. I've seen enough of this place. Let's go find your god.
Sea is in its heyday, in its full splendor.
I should have brought my sketchbook.
unsink!
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Or am I going mad? Can't we take a closer look? Please?
Marius, dear. How are you feeling?
I'm alright. Good to see an old friend, you know?
A breath held. Trepidation. You are close, yet distant still. The moon has many faces. Different songs for different days. We know your light. We seek what swims inside you as you wane. We wonder. We did not foresee this. An equal trade, we accept. The seabed speaks in riddles, a pearl whose shell we cannot grasp. We would run, roll with the tide, sink our fingers into new earth. Whisper in the fields, lift the hills gently in our hands. It did once. New sweet peas bloom in the grove. We would try. Vengeance denied, squandered, This cannot be. We spoke of growth. Dream closes in on us, endless slumber without rest. Wake now, find us.
That meeting of the Solace Council did not go as planned.
It was a whole lot of exactly what I expected, honestly. It's all processes and traditions, and arguments over texts written by non-Jews centuries ago.
Do you think there's hope for the Council? Or are they too stuck in their ways?
Do I look like a New Sunday politician? There's a reason I spend most of my time as far from civilization as possible.
Well, I'd vote for you, dearie. If
Your reputation is well deserved.
Seek!
Yeah.
Seek! Seek! Seek!
Yeah.
walk like it's hard.
Seek! Roll 10! Unseek!
I'll never understand the Akkadian love for dead
survived. Somehow. If you don't mind, I need to catch my breath.
There's always a weird sort of quiet on the eve of battle. I'm feeling that now. Seems like a good time to gather our thoughts and share a drink before whatever's coming.
Right. This seems like a perfect place to stop and relax.
Though it's hard enough to tell what's real here without a belly full of drink.
Sounds like you're nervous, dearie.
I'm feeling all kinds of ways. Anxious, excited, scared, hungry.
I feel it as well. It is only mortal to feel overwhelmed in the presence of the immortal.
Let's take this in for just a moment. Against all odds, we've survived the living lands, crossed an acid sea, and reached the prison of a god. When we first met, I didn't think you'd last long. But then I saw how you handled that dream thrall there. Shook off your own death like a bad cold. And then you found your own killer and turned him in. It's rare to choose justice over vengeance, especially in the living lands. But you stood by your principles. I think that's where you get your strength.
I didn't know much about you at that point. We were traveling with Kai and you died, which I thought made a lot of sense.
I remember your calm. How you listened to my shouting match with the governor and actually heard me. And when they burned my home, you gave me another one. A sanctuary where I could be myself. I'll never forget that.
I thought you could have been more helpful, personally.
And now look at you. Look at us. How far we've come in a short time.
Oh, did your heart just grow a little?
Not to raise the sails before the anchor, but we left trouble in our wake. Fjord, Thirdborn, Solace. If we make it out of here, it won't be to a living lands suddenly at peace.
Just this once, could we forget about the rest of the living lands? Some of us could use a break.
If we can't take a moment to ourselves on a floating island outside reality, then I don't know where we can.
Right. We could all use some beauty rest. We'll want to look our best on the battlefield, won't we?
Sleep well. Tomorrow we finish this together.
Kai, you've killed people before.
Good evening to you, too. And,
Safe to assume that the large glowing door is part of Sapadal's prison. Now, we'll just have to get past it.
Sapadal's prison, I think. What else could it be? Time to shut it down forever. I was worried for a second.
on seek!
We got company!
Earth and rock! Earth and rock!
Easy when you do it. I don't think Mac...
I'm rooting for the skeletons.
Earth and rock!
Look out!
Let's
On your
finish
left,
this.
dear!
Seek! On seek! Open!
So, this is how you imprison a god.
I think we found Sabadal's home.
That's it. The heart of the garden. Sabadal's couch.
Behind you!
Coming from the left!
Earth and rock!
You won't get me! Corpior mexicano!
On seek!
On your right!
Away with you!
Earth and rock! Earth and rock!
You have come at last, after so long. You are so small, we questioned if you were real. Then steps, a voice, through armies and corrupted soil. You persevered. Now, you are here. The rot. We feel it festering and spreading. What is it but an extension of our pain? Your dream scourge will end when our suffering does. We were innocent once. We woke, and we wanted nothing but connection. But the other gods imprisoned us, left us to suffer alone in this place. But you are here now. You found us, a sprout in the endless winter. There is little time. We would be freed from these bonds. The Strangler is close now. We feel her wire against our flesh. She begs for our blood. Her wolves defile the city on the shore. The prey flees, hides. The people's cries ring in our ears. She pierces us now. Now, we will not brook this. Not again. A spark. Wait. The essence bends here. Time flows into itself. You can reach her. Will the garden to open, it will take you there. A mountain of essence. We strain, but it will move for you. We were everything. What have we lost? What multitudes could we contain? We could run, leap in the water, flourish in forgotten hills. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now, a chance to regrow. We hear your words. We do not desire it, but we hear them. You met death and imposed the law of mortals. We must bring the same. Look what they did to this land. You showed us that there is a time for punishment. Let us have our justice, our vengeance. You forgive yourself the deaths of innocents in the desert, but you cannot grant us our freedom? We deserve more than this prison. Let us have a chance to rest. We want peace. Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear? Yes, we long for this too. The time has come for you to act. End our pain, and the dream scourge will cease. Give us peace. It is all we have wanted for so long. So be it. It has been so long. Our leaves curl and brown. Despair bleeds through the land. End it. Silence. Stillness. We are done. Unsown. Peace.
Andra's depths.
It's paradise.
Are we back in Dawnshore? Already?
That must have taken an incredible power. Beyond all mortal understanding. How do you feel? Glad it's not just me. Unfortunately, we don't have time to recuperate. Whatever happened back there, it appears our work isn't finished yet.
Are you seeing this? I don't think Paradise looked like this when we left it.
Looks like the war already started. And the giant roots are winning.
Marius, vines don't usually get that big this quickly, do they?
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone 2 or 3 weeks.
Hey, at least you didn't let 6 years go by.
Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception of time? Assuming there's even a difference.
It's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives you strange dreams that feel like an eternity.
Look at this place. Feels like we're still in the dream. And not just us. Those are more your people's ships in the harbor. And steel garrote banners past the barricades. That can't be good.
Even Raingrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to see an Archmage in action.
I think I see Elia as well. What a strange reunion this will be.
The Blessed Day Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
Always better than the reverse.
The Steel Garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time. This would have happened with or without us.
Before we go, what happened back there with the Dream Scourge and Sapadal?
Glad the Dream Scourge is over, but I can't help but think killing a god will have consequences.
I'm sure it wasn't easy, but I think that's for the best, Envoy.
I can't believe Sapadal is gone. For better or worse, the spiritual health of the living lands depended on them. What now?
We took out the Dream Scourge and Sapadal in one fell swoop. Quite impressive, really.
Some problems just keep rearing their ugly heads no matter what you do. Good news is, we've gotten pretty skilled at dealing with them.
We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever storm is brewing down there.
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be a part of it.
Sansa. I bet you make it out.
Envoy? Is it really you? Mihala told us you went into some place called the Garden to seek a god?
When you didn't return, we took you for dead.
What did you see there? The god you felt in Nakutadek?
The origin of the Dream Scourge? It was the act of a god this whole time?
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them speak.
It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened?
Sapadal was responsible for the Dream Scourge. Their rage, their confusion, their fear.
But the plague isn't over. Dream Thralls still litter Shatterscarp.
There won't be any new infections. We've put a stop to that for good. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dream Scourge. We can give them comfort, nothing more. This will be a process. The Dream Scourge was never going to simply go away overnight.
I suppose it stands to reason. I found that a quick fix is often anything but. What of this god, then? What does it mean that you destroyed them? Ludwine had intimated that this land grew a new god. But how can that be?
Giada and I have some theories about the nature of the Adra in the living lands.
I'd say we're past the point of theorizing.
If the Adra here is a closed system, like a terrarium for our souls, then a gradual accumulation of essence could coalesce into a being in the beyond.
Much like the formation of gemstones. All it takes is time and the right application of pressure.
Wodka no doubt saw Sapadal as a threat to her authority. So, she killed the godless and imprisoned their god.
I assume it is this god we have to thank for the roots tearing apart Paradise? They erupted from the earth the moment those bastards stood up their first siege tower.
Nakutadek was riven with those things, not to mention what they did to the land.
We saw similar destruction at Nakuku Bell. If these roots and the Dream Scourge are the work of a god, and the gods saw fit to cage them, sounds like the Envoy did the living lands a favor in destroying them.
The only humane end for a rabid dog is to put it down.
Sapadal was something new in the history of Eora, and you destroyed them. I cannot begin to fathom the loss.
Sapadal was Nandru's patron god. With them gone, what does that mean for the Wardens? For legacy?
The devastation of Shatterscarp was the fault of this infant god. Can't say I'll miss him.
Well, whomever takes this island in the end will live in freedom from fear of a resurgent plague, thanks to you. But come, we have more pressing matters to attend to. The Steel Garrote have attacked Paradise. Inquisitor Ludwig has already joined the battle. She must have traveled like the wind to get here so fast.
You can't be serious. You'd stand with the Steel Garrote?
No. Don't tell me you're bending the knee to the ones who burned my city.
Don't do this. I followed you to the ends of this world. We all did. But I won't follow you here.
No. If you do this, you better say goodbye, Envoy. I won't help you sell out my home to that Korba.
I thought you were smarter than this, Envoy.
The Wardens would sooner die than kneel before the Steel Garrote.
The Living Lands will not suffer a zealot's rule, and Thirdborn has cannons enough to prove it.
How many lives are you willing to forfeit for this benighted path to power?
No one will stand with you if you do this thing. What in Remagon's 8 blasted hells are you thinking? Excellent. Now, let me pose you, all of you, a question.
Ludwig has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and reinforcements swiftly in response. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding grave room? Before you face Ludwig, you should know what you're fighting for. All of you must decide, together. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Adir will come. Indeed, we are already here. Well, don't leave me in suspense. I believe you'll find the Emperor agrees.
Solus will have no part in this, now or ever.
Thirdborn refuses to be involved. Test our cannons at your peril.
Fjord will be free and practice animancy, so long as I'm on this side of the wheel.
We should never have tolerated a single Aediran on our shores. Our people showed them hospitality. And in return, they conquered us.
Wonderful. I'm sure everyone will adore working under the yoke of Adir.
It is decided. I will tell the Emperor's men that Paradise will become a colony of Adir. That leaves the matter of Ludwig and the Steel Garrote. She will never surrender, Envoy. Not even the establishment of a colony would satisfy her now. You must kill her, or we will lose Paradise, and eventually the island. So long as her passion for Wodica lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
Oh, good. That'll be easy.
It is not, I think, impossible.
Whatever happens to the Living Lands, at least I can kill Ludwig. I'll take that over nothing.
She better say her goodbyes while she can.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy. One last time.
Let's get to work then. We've got a walking corpse to bury.
The Paradise militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
Now go and teach the Steel Garrote a lesson they will never forget.
Show them that the Living Lands will not be broken across Wodica's knee.
We will send reinforcements to help you reclaim the Eastern Gate. From there, work your way to the main plaza. May all the gods of Eora and the living lands protect you.
Let's take back the city. Whatever happens tomorrow, the Steel Garrote can only make it worse.
Let's go free a city, shall we?
Found you. That'll teach you. Inquisitor. Found you.
I'm sick!
Big mistake!
Stop right there!
You're going to break this!
Nicely done! Dodge this!
Got company!
They're coming! Never had a chance.
Don't worry about the Eastern Gate. I'll protect your back.
That it?
Bravo!
Someone's
We've got company. We should.
Someone's eager to be humble.
To the right.
Anna!
On your left, dear!
Bad envoy.
Isa!
Aha!
Get off me!
Who's there? Stop right there!
better.
I've got the plaza under control.
Boudica demands your submission. Stand against her and fall.
Let's pay Ludwig one.
There
final
you
visit,
are.
shall we?
So, you survived the garden. Did you come all this way just to try your luck again? To kill me more efficiently than last time? You'll get your chance. Look around, Envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He tried to bring order through compromise. He failed. Order is meant to be imposed by a stern, guiding hand. Gladly. Why prolong the inevitable? Farewell, Envoy.
There's no coming back this time. Prepare yourself for the next world.
You won't be missed, Ludwig.
You showed such promise, Envoy. What a shame it has to end like this.
Come on, let's kill her off. One last time.
Whoa! Queen among queens! Send me your aid!
Boudica is done with you, Ludwig.
It wasn't wrong!
Let me out.
Isa!
Come on! Come on!
Again, Boudica! Help me! One last time! Earth rock! Where are Don't abandon me now!
Mordecai's done with him! Get down now!
I'm sick!
Gather round!
Wherever Ludwine is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done. But we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Gods, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
Silence falls over Paradis, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. There is an absence in your thoughts where Sapadal dwelled. Once, the god of the living lands would have flinched at this rare moment of tranquility. Instead, they are one with the silence. The Paradis militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next, you have won their confidence. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple. The Dream Scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. You tell them the truth, how the origin of the plague has been destroyed, put out of its misery, and leave it at that. The Living Lands is now a colony of the Aedirran Empire. New governments replace the old, and imperial law reigns over the frontier. An age of order and discipline is just over the horizon. The rebels of Paradis come to learn that resistance is futile. After the assassin Egwulf died in custody, many of his worst fears about the Empire are confirmed. Some of his people splinter off, while others abandon the fight entirely. Their alliance is never the same. The refugees of Emerald Stair resettle in Thirdborn, bringing their skills and research to aid the local community. What starts as an uneasy partnership blossoms into a bond of trust. Through shared adversity, they find common ground. The ashes of Fior Messiverno continue to smolder. Scavengers avoid the ruins, fearful of spirits unleashed by animancy gone awry. The once promising city is nothing but a cautionary tale. The older Thirdborners who remember Rauatai know that life under an empire is cyclical. In time, Adir's might will fade. But the younger kith of the settlement remember what Thirdborn used to be, while having lost so many to an archmage's spell, and straining under the yoke of an empire. Despite the line of Aedirran ships bearing fine goods, their rage is a powder keg that sits and waits. For a brief but hopeful moment, Solace Keep opens the fortress doors to the new rulers of the Living Lands, allowing Aedirrans to come and go as they please. But the peace does not hold. Lacking patience for the Empire's unyielding demands, Mihala shuts the doors once again, issuing a warning. Those who trespass in Solace Keep will not leave alive. The Aedirrans waste no time gathering their forces, for an example must be made. As the din of battle fades and the dust settles in Paradis, Kai finds himself alone again. He longs to enjoy the camaraderie that follows a skirmish, but something is missing. The songs ring hollow in his chest, and the drink lands dry in his throat. He packs what little he has and makes for the coast. He doesn't know where he will go, only that his time in the living lands is through. There was a lifeline here, but he never quite grasped it. He will drift. With his travels alongside the envoy complete, Marius is left directionless once again. Rather than disappearing into his cups, however, Marius leans on his time among his companions to give him the strength to re-enter society and find comfort in civilization. He establishes a route between Paradise and Thirdborn, guiding travelers between the two in return for money and supplies. And while he has a reputation for being aloof, he joins the campfires from time to time, sharing stories of his time with the envoy that most travelers believe are completely made up. Giada learned much in your time together. How to stand up to authority, how to face the unknown, and how to move on from the past. But her family's unfinished work weighs heavily on her soul. Her inheritance is the burden of achieving the impossible. Such is the life of an animancer. At least now she has the right tools for the job, and new friends to help her through hard times. No longer under the threat of imminent death, Yatsley returns to the Animancers. Reunited with her beloved Quilici, she helps him and the Animancers as they put their lives together after the attack on Fior Messiverno. Eventually, she even has something nice to say to Vidaro. As the days pass in contentment and relative peace, Yatsley is struck by the persistent feeling that something is missing. Though she still devotes herself to her studies of both the arcane and the godless, the restlessness never goes away. Alone in your thoughts, you feel endless opportunities stretching out before you. This is the freedom Sapadol never had. You promise to cherish it. The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.